Joining us right now by phone with more on the president's plan and to talk about a meeting later today with airline CEOs. Brian Deese is here. He's the director of the president's National Economic Council. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Let's talk about this minimum wage issue and where the stimulus bill stands right now. In terms of the minimum wage piece, where do you think it heads at this point? And how do you think it's how quickly do you think that you're going to be able to get past that ultimately?
Well, we're going to have to we're going to have to consult with congressional leaders today to figure out the best path forward. Obviously, the ruling was not what we were hoping for. We were disappointed by that, but we are respectful of the process and we're focused forward, and we're going to consult with leadership today and figure out the right path forward there. And today we're going to see hopefully action, and we'll see the House move on the American Rescue Plan. And as you've heard us say over the last couple of weeks, it's important, it's urgent, so we're going to keep our focus on getting that done today.
Can we just, on the minimum wage piece, though, do you see a compromise in the future? Is there a different number? You saw Mitt Romney earlier this week come out with a $10 number.
Well, the first thing that I think is important here for context is when we talk about a $15 minimum wage, certainly the president's proposal, and most of the proposals out there, phase that in over time. So we're not talking about going to $15 immediately. It would be something that would get phased in, and consistent with prior practice, we've seen that can be done, and it can be done without a meaningful impact on employment. So I think certainly the president's position is that $15 an hour is long overdue, highly justified. We've seen that across the country. We've seen states go there. Florida earlier this year, just last month, passed a $15 minimum wage. So that's where our focus is going to be. But, this is a conversation that we're going to have to take forward.
Hey, Brian, progressives want the vice president to get involved. She has the ability to overrule the Senate Parliamentarian. I know that Ron Klain already weighed in on this and said that was unlikely. Is that your understanding?
Yeah, no, the vice president's not going to weigh in. The president and the vice president both respect the parliamentarian's decision and the process. We don't agree with it. We're disappointed by it, but we'll respect that process. And our focus is now going to be to get with congressional leadership, determine the best path forward for the minimum wage, and at the same time move quickly to get the American Rescue Plan passed.
I wanted to actually ask you about another comment that Mitt Romney made in the Wall Street Journal earlier this week. He was looking through the CBO's estimates relating to it and says that $700 billion of it won't be spent until 2022 or later. Do you agree with that assessment by the CBO? And perhaps more importantly, if it's true, is it right?
Well, so if you look under the hood in the CBO's assessment, they go, provision by provision and make estimates of the spend out. There are a number of places where we have a different perspective. For example, on the money that we would target to K-12 schools. We have done a lot of work bottoms up, looking at school districts and their spending needs, and our assessment based on that is that the spend out of that money would happen much more quickly because of the magnitude of the need over the course of this spring into the summer for supplemental learning and over the course of the fall. So there are a number of places where, having done the work and engaged with the ultimate recipients and beneficiaries of the resources, that we think that will spend out more quickly. So we have a different perspective on that.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.